Week 99.
The homo's bodysuit stuffing. It's an IG post from our friend Dre Day Law. And in the post, it says, what tops want? Sex, food, loyalty, a blunt, and some, not all of it, what bottoms want. Loyalty, love, passwords, addresses, compliments, shopping sprees, the sun, money, date nights, phone access, contacts, receipts, your credit cards, the moon, superhuman sex, gifts, email accounts, attention, explanations, all of your time at the stars, and the list goes on. Okay, so for this topic, Aaron Mack finds the post to be cute on the low. All right. Now, it kind of presents tops as stereotypical men and bottoms as stereotypical women. All right. In some instances, it's cute to stuff homosexuality into the bodysuit of heteronormativity. And this might be my conservative traditional side showing, but it is what it is. Now, to Aaron Mack, a self proclaimed bottom, half of the things on that list don't really interest him at all. And at 37 years old, he simply thinks it's cute. Now, he does acknowledge that if he was 19 years old when he entered the homosexual dating world, in learning how to actually live homosexual, he possibly would have received it as playfully prescriptive and subconsciously worked to mold his preferences to fit the list. For example, I think that I'm a bottom, so I think that I should have interest in these things. All right. Now, what might be some perceived benefits? What might be some perceived detriments to occasionally fitting the bodysuit of heteronormativity on homosexuality and why? And we're pursuing both sides of the discussion. Rocky,
That's
actually,
me.
take it away.
That's me. All right, you guys. So my personal view on it. I guess I'll tell y'all. I guess I'll show y'all how toxic and how twisted I am. I don't give a fuck what y'all think.
You a Sagittarius. We already know.
Fire, baby. Ready? No.
Side eye. Side
Yeah.
eye. Right, Yuri, that face. That exact face right there. That's the whole face. That's the whole move right there. That is exactly that face right there.
I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say, god damn it. So I mean, coming from a guy who have seen his family live a traditional life, I wanted that same thing. I wanted my bottom to be very submissive, But then at that time, I wasn't really comfortable with walking beside somebody feminine, like super, super duper feminine. The older me is just like, okay, I'm learning. Even in my relationship now, it's not really about top and bottom. It's really about who is more submissive and who is more dominant. Do you see what I'm saying? I have experienced bottoms that were dominant as fuck and fire, just fiery, just like me, because I consider myself very dominant too. But it's just the newer shit that I'm just opening my mind to is just like, oh, okay, so this does okay, cool, whatever. I just learned that I was just in my own little box or whatever. But still, particularly, I prefer somebody submissive. I don't know if they have all those likes and stuff, whatnot. I mean, it's all the stereotype because, you know, even a feminine bottom can like football or something. You know what I mean? Not just a masculine, you know, whatever. You know, my one stereotype I always had was when I thought that, oh, I got me a nice little bottom that can cook. When that motherfucker told me they don't cook, I was just like, what the fuck? You don't cook? Well, I know how to cook. I guess I'll take over the kitchen. Do you see what I'm saying? But it was just like, you know, there's some of them that work more than tops do. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just, but, you know, in my mind, in my twisted ass mind, I literally saw it and put it in like a heteronormative like box. And then in my 32-year-old mind right now, my new relationship, I'm learning something different. So that's too much tea I'm giving y'all. So look. So what do you feel? Oh, I gotta see what I'm looking at. Yuri.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you feel about the whole thing about like tops and bottoms, what they should like, what they shouldn't like, you know, the heteronormative like push on the whole aspect of the homosexual life. Look, I'm trying to get the words out. Give y'all.
Open your mouth.
Okay, so I'm gonna work my answer backwards, and then get to my point. So you want to pay attention who is the author of these types of posts, whether they're top or bottom, and if they're doing clickbait, whether they're doing it for an audience and all of those types of things, or whatever. But for me, anybody who genuinely looks at some kind of looks at this as a guideline is no shade to nobody who do like it or whatever and who live by it. You slow. Because the thing is like anybody who is, most of the time it's a top that's forcing these types of agendas because they are trying to legitimize their masculinity or whatever. Like the only way I can be a man is to oppress you, even though you're a man, because you're feminine. You have to be the woman. And a woman is supposed to be like women of the 1920s, cooking and all of this stuff. And that's not right. Just because somebody is gay doesn't mean that one has to be a man, one has to be a woman. Why can't it be two men? The heteronormative is, oh, which one of y'all is the woman? You know, and it doesn't have to be that. And anybody who subscribes to that is allowing the culture to be held back in a lot of ways or whatever. So I'm just not here for it, you know, because all jokes and all literature and all, you know, anything that you watch, anything that's posted, it all is influential or whatever. Like Black people really were oppressed because of music. History has been changed because of things of movies, like the birth of a nation, period. Like if you look at that, like that was creating a narrative that wasn't there. Not the, you know, people who know. It created narratives. It's a lot of stuff that's just been done. Like every time you see a trans woman in a movie, she's a prostitute. It's like, and there are plenty of trans girls who do more than prostitution or whatever. So it's like they create these narratives like gay people are sex addicts and they are so promiscuous, which, you know, it is in the culture, but it's also in the hetero culture as well. But they don't never make themselves look like that. Like I know plenty of straight folks who go into sex parties. Why is it such a thing for the gay community? So it's like, even with things like this, we got to know that we're building thoughts for people who don't understand our culture and that don't understand who we are. So if we allow this to be the joke, it will become the narrative.
There you go. That's it right there.
Take it away, Mike. What's on your mind? Looks like you got a lot to say.
You know, so I'm versatile. So let's just say that. And I have come to a place in my life and in my relationships where I have realized that if I don't have a versatile relationship, then I'm gonna cheat on my boyfriend. So
Being honest, you should saying it.
yeah, so that's what it has to be. Now, what I definitely agree with what Yuri said about how, you know, a lot of times gay people, specifically tops, play into gender roles. However, bottoms play into those gender roles as well. There's bottoms out here that don't want you to touch their penis. It's bottoms out here that want to play the role and don't want to, you know, don't want to pump the gas. They don't want to take the trash out. They don't want to do those type of things because
some of them want to work.
They're so obsessed and so fixated on being into that feminine role, that more subservient role, and they listen to their girlfriends, to their female friends, Laquanda and LaQuisha, and the drug dealer that they fuck with, and they like, well, you know, that's how my nigga's supposed to be, and this is that and the other, and blah 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 blah. That's not cute, and that's how it works on both ends of the spectrum. I wanted to say that, but I feel like being versatile being versatile sexually and being versatile as far as like, you know, being domesticated, you know, like just as far as that goes. I am a very aggressive guy, and you know, more than half the time I kind of deal with someone that's a little bit softer than me, a little bit. You know, I might wear a little makeup and do a little choreography, but you know, that don't really make a difference. And a lot of people are really surprised when they get to know me. They're like, "You're different than I thought you were. Like I thought you were like, you know, a little bit softer, but you know, exactly. Like they be thinking I'm a queen, and then they get to know me like, oh, you like a boy, and I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like the Mikey Everything thing is part of the bit. You know, right, exactly. A lot of people are like that too. Probably people are like, oh shit, I thought I had me one. No, it ain't that. So, but because of that, I've experienced, you know, both sides of the coin. So I understand what it is because I'm very domesticated. My mama taught me I can cook, I clean, I can take care of a house. You know what I'm saying? Like all of those things I do very, very well. And I just feel like as a gay man, it's just part of being well-rounded, or not even as part of being a gay man. That's part of being a human. You know, like there's certain things that you just need to know, and just need to be in your wheelhouse for you to be a self-actualized human being. And that's just what I feel about it.
Okay, all right now.
Yeah.
Can I add one more thing?
Go ahead.
Well, you're trying to take my turn. Go ahead.
Well, I completely agree with you. I just feel like you can't generalize like a group of people, like the bottoms do the cooking and cleaning, and then the tops they go out and get the bread. And I know there are some people who are like that. And most of the time, because I started off as one of those people. And most of the people I know that were like that, we've all eventually transitioned. So I'm thinking in their mind, they're preparing themselves to be a woman. And
come on, baby.
They feel like that's what it takes to be a woman. And becoming a woman, you realize that the struggle is much harder, and it is much harder because your opinions are not respected, and the pay is not as great, and the cost of living is a little bit more. You know, so you know, I think it's based off of what they see and what they hear. They want to gravitate towards that, not knowing what all is behind, you know, putting that show together.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Dang, I almost forgot, cuz you know, I'm just kidding. So I mean, for me, I started out, especially when I was younger, I was very old school. So I was used to, you know, if you're gonna be with me, you gotta cook and clean and do all that. Cause I'm coming from that. Like, you know, my dad taught me how to like hold the household down, how to like, you know, clean up and pay bills and stuff, you know, and right in the part of my life when I was becoming a man. So it was perfect to know how to like Mikey said, be your own sufficient man and be an adult and take care of your